Hi everyone. Good evening. Happy Monday to you. I am here to go over element 8. I'm Stacey Pratt. I'm a certified health coach with Optavia. And over the last few weeks, we've gone over the very first part of our life book, which is part of our Habits of Health system. It is the journaling aspect where we really delve, where you and your coach really delve into you and your unique journey. And the way that we do this is we help you uncover some of the things that some of the habits that you already have integrated into your life to help you work with them to change any of those that are not serving you to those that'll help you find your awesome. So today we're going to go over chapter 8, and it is called Learning to Eat Every 3 Hours. Okay, so a lot of people ask me, how does that work? Because, for the most part, we're incredibly busy. But the bottom line is that, the way that we normally eat, or the way that we've been trained to eat with 3 meals a day, just doesn't really fit into our lives at this point. We are extremely busy and we don't have time to sit down and eat 3 big meals or 3 full balanced meals a day. So eating these 6 smaller meals throughout the day, I believe I said that right? Learning how to eat every 3 hours. Yeah, okay. So basically that winds up being 6 meals a day. So eating smaller meals throughout the day really makes it easier, and it probably works with your busy schedule. Even though we're sitting home at this point, it works with your busy schedule, or it'll provide structure for you while you are at home. So, what is the issue with eating the 3 big meals, right? Because we all think that, as long as we're eating healthy, we're doing okay. Well, here's the problem. You want to put in just enough fuel that you're going to be able to use and to trigger your body into recognizing that it has that fuel to use for energy. A lot of times when we eat, we tend to overeat, or we eat a bigger meal and we wind up coming away feeling very tired or very sluggish. It's harder on our digestive system. It just takes us longer to digest that food, and much of it, because we're not utilizing all of it, winds up being stored as fat. And then on the opposite end of the spectrum are the people who do some fasting. And if you are doing a fast that's longer than 6 hours, for many people, that just doesn't work. It's not the way our bodies were physiologically made to deal with food. It doesn't mean that we are not capable of fasting. We are. The cavemen did it in between when food was more scarce. However, those are in emergency circumstances, okay? So if we do fast for more than 6 hours during the day, and I'm not talking about our natural fast at night while we're sleeping, but during the day, that could be really counterproductive for many people. 1, it could stop their metabolism from working. 2, it can cause you to be shaky, weak, or tired. And hypoglycemic if by chance you maybe are pre-diabetic or diabetic, or you just have like a blood sugar level that tends to bounce around a little, it could really be dangerous. So we don't want that to happen. The other thing is that at this point, there really are no extensive long-term surveys that have been done to confirm that that is a good program to be on long-term, okay? So we want to stay away from that, and we really want to respect how we were physiologically made, and that is for us to eat small meals every 2.5 to 3 hours. It maintains our blood sugar. By doing that, it reduces cravings, it maintains energy, it doesn't overload our digestive system, and you're keeping your body in a balanced state because you're putting nutrition in and then you're giving your body the fuel to then use. So for example, you fill up a car with gasoline and it gets you from point A to point B. And then you fill it up again and you get from point B to point C. Well, our bodies are like that as well. So we don't want to overfill it, right? Because that's not going to do us any good. We just need to fill it up enough to get us to where we're going. And that's what the small meals do. So how do we do this? Well, the first thing is that we look at our own clocks, and this is going to be based off of your lifestyle and what your particular lifestyle is. We have a variety of different options here. Like for me, it's getting up in the morning and then starting my fueling within a half an hour to an hour. But, there are a lot of people right now that are nurses and doctors that are working around the clock. So their schedule is going to be different. But the objective is, and we're going to start with the evening, is to start sort of with your evening schedule. Okay. So as we've discussed before, and we'll discuss later on when we go over sleep in depth, is an hour before you're getting ready to go to sleep, you want to do your wind down routine. And that might be taking a warm bath or just, washing your face, maybe reading a book. Do you want to turn off all of the lights, all of the electronics, just sort of calm your body down so that within an hour, when you're ready to go to sleep, your body is rested, your mind is calm, and you're ready, and you have a really nice, gentle, restful night's sleep, deep sleep. Okay. The objective is to sleep for about 7 to 8 hours. You want to get about 7 to 8 hours of restful sleep. At that point, you wake up, and within a half an hour to an hour of waking up, you'll have your first meal. If you are on our plan, then that would be a fueling, and if you are potentially a fueling. If you're not, then it would be a very balanced meal with lean protein and low glycemic vegetables. If you are in a maintenance phase and you feel really healthy and you're really strong, that would also include some dairy, maybe some fruit in there, like a half a cup of fruit, maybe a whole grain, maybe a slice of whole grain Ezekiel bread or something like that. It just depends on where you are, but you want to make sure that it's very, very balanced. Okay. Then in every 2.5 to 3 hours after that, you would be eating. And then what you would find is that would take you again to about an hour or so before you go to bed, and then you would have your restful night's sleep. And then just by fueling your body throughout the day, you would have all the energy and vigor that you want to follow through with your to-do list, because I'm sure that even though we're home, your to-do list is long. So how do we get into the routine of doing this, right? Well, the first thing and the easiest way to do would be to just set timers on your phone. Okay. So when you wake up in the morning, whatever time that is, and whatever time you're having your first fueling, you would set an alarm on your phone for every 2.5 hours after that. Your alarm would go off, and that would be your cue to eat. Okay. So once the alarm goes off, you have the cue to eat, and then your routine becomes the actual eating. Your reward, which is your instant reward, is that you're no longer hungry. And your long-term investment is that it becomes this wonderful habit, and you have weight management, and you learn how to eat so that you can maintain whatever weight that you want within the healthy BMI for you, for your height, your weight, your age. And that gives you that long-term health. It sets you up for healthy eating for life. Okay, so the objective of this program, or the objective of this particular chapter, is eating every 3 hours. It really starts the night before with you getting a good night's rest and starting a really healthy nighttime routine so that you can start a morning routine, which starts with your first fueling, whether it's eggs and some spinach and eggs, maybe with a little bit of cheese added to it, or if it's one of our fuelings, and then eating every 2.5 to 3 hours throughout the day, okay, to maintain the best energy possible, to balance out your blood sugar, to give you the energy, to help with digestion, because if you're not overloading your system, then your digestive tract isn't working as hard, and just to give you the vitality that you want in your life. I also can tell you that your mind will become clearer, you'll think better. I actually had a client tell me today that she woke up singing and dancing because she felt so good. So anyway, that is element 8, learning how to eat 3 times a day. Remember that you have the cue, and then your reward, and then your investment and then your long-term investment, right? So those are the 4 ways to do it, and it's easy. Just follow the road, and you'll get to your best health ever. All right. Until next week when we go over element 9, I wish you all the best, and I look forward to being your virtual coach from here on out, and you have a great rest of your week. Take care. Bye-bye.